Hey guys, in this video we are going to create an amazing and beautiful looking countdown timer with JavaScript. So as you see on your screens, we have a beautiful looking countdown timer. I have built it with just vanilla JavaScript. So without wasting the time, let's get started and go to our code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. You can use any of the code editor that you want. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would recommend you to subscribe to this channel because I upload daily project videos about front-end development with including JavaScript projects and usually complete website tutorials. As I already have uploaded 10 to 12 complete projects with front-end development of using HTML and CSS. So you will get a lot of value from this channel. So you should subscribe to this channel. So let's get started. First of all, I will create a boilerplate for my HTML file and give it a title of countdown, and let's import our style.css file, which will be this, and in the body we have our script source, which will be app.js. So let's save this one. First of all, we have a heading which will be countdown timer, and then we have a container which will contain. So first of all we have to write a dot, and then so in the container we first of all we have days, then hours, then minutes, and then seconds. So for hours I will create a container which will be, so first of all we have a days container, days dash container, and in the days container we have two things. First one will be this class name of days, and I will give it a class name of text. So this will be a 0, and second one will be a span tag which will say days. So let's copy this div container and paste it three more times. The second one will be for hours, third one will be for minutes, and the fourth one will be for seconds. Now let's change the class name from days to hours and set it to hours. We also have to change the span text, which will be this one, hours. So the third one will be minutes, and in the minutes we will also change this into minutes and change the span text to this one, which will be the same one. Oops. And the last one is for seconds. So give it a class name of seconds. So we also want to give it a same class name to all of these containers, which will be a count down element. I will use el for element. So I will copy this class name, which will be countdown dash el, because we want a same style. That's why we are using a same class name in all of our containers. So let's open it with the live server. So as you will see, the design is not looking good. We also have a default margin of 10 pixel. So first of all remove it. Margin will be 0, padding will be a 0, and box sizing will be a border box. Now move to the body part. Here we will set the font family to this one, and we also want a background image which will be this one, and set the background image properties such as background size. Background size will be a cover. Background position will be a center, and I think background repeat will be no repeat. Let's save this one. And now you'll see we have an image. We want to cover the whole screen, so we have to give a height. Oops, what's happening? So give it a height of 100 viewport height. Set the color to white. Let's save this one. And now we have a background image which is beautiful and eye-catching. So let's bring this text in the middle of our screen. So use display flex. Flex direction will be a column. Justify content will be center. Align items will also be a center. So let's save this one. And now you will see we have our text in the center. Now let's target the heading, which is H1. Give it a font size of I think 60 pixel. Font weight will be a 800. And I think it will look good. Just give it a margin bottom of 1.5 rem. You can also style it differently, whatever you want. So this will be our heading. And next we have to target our countdown element. So here is our countdown element. We want to use a flex box. Display will be flex. Justify content center. Align items will also be center. Let's save this one. Oops, it's not working. So what we have to do is to move to our index.html file and set it into, I think, let's see what's happening. So we want first of all we want to target the container. So instead of this countdown element we will target the container, and I think it will work. Yeah, it's working. So now copy this countdown element and give it a, I think we should give it a margin. First of all, countdown element we want a margin of 1.5 rem. Now we have a margin. We will set the text align to center. Let's see if it's working. Now the text is aligned in the center. So let's target the text because we want to increase our font size of these 0 values. So text, I will give it a font size of 1.5 rem. Font weight will be a bold. Let's save it and let's see how it is looking. Just increase the size from 1.5 rem to 2.5 rem. Now it's looking good. Just give it a margin bottom of, I think, 1 rem will be good. Now it's looking good. So the front end part, or we can say HTML CSS part, is built. So let's move to our app.js. So here first of all I will import all of the values. First one will be days element, and it will be document dot query selector, and first of all we want to select a days. So for it we have a class name of dot days. I will copy this and paste it 3 more times. 1 2 3. Now let's change the days into minutes, and the class name we have used in the index.html file is minutes. So for seconds it will be this one. So the class name will also be seconds. Oops, this one is for minutes. So let's do this, remove it from here. We can also import it in a differently, but I want to do it in a simple way, that's why I'm following this technique. So oops, I think we have to import hours. So under the days we will import hours. So let's import the hours. You can also import whatever you want first, but I want to keep it in simple, that's why I am doing this way. Let's save this one, and now let's see, we have same class names, yeah, minutes, seconds, hours. So let's create a function. First of all, I will create a variable which will be a target and give it a some date, such as I will give it a 2 March 2021. So basically, if we want a countdown, we must have a current date and a target date from which we want a countdown. So this will be a target date. So first of all, create a function with the name of count down. We have a parenthesis, and first of all I will create a target date will be, so the target date will be new date, and we will give pass it an argument of target. So this will be our target date. Oops, we have to give equal sign, and here we will have a const current date will be, current date will be new and date, do the parentheses. So let's save this one, and now we have a current date and a target date. We want to get a total seconds, const total seconds. So we will get a total seconds by math.floor, and in the brackets I will subtract the target date to the current date. Let's save this one. The answer we will get it in milliseconds, so we will divide it by 1000 to convert it into seconds. So now we have a total seconds. Now we'll get a days from this total seconds. So total, oops, we want a days, and math.floor. So math.floor is basically used to convert the decimal value into simple value. For example, if we'll get the answer into 5.3 or 5.2, math.floor will convert it into a 5. So let's get a days value. So total seconds divided by 3600 divided by not dot divided by 24, it will give us a days. Now get hours. So hours will be math.floor total seconds divided by, I think so, 3600, and we will use a modular of 60 to get the hours. So I think we will use a 24, not a 34, it will be 24. And for not, here we have to remove one s, and for minutes we will use 60 minutes math dot floor total seconds divided by 60 and modular of this value will be 60, and now we will get these seconds by using the same technique. So total seconds and modular of 60. Let's save this one. First of all, call the function count down and set the interval and give it a function of countdown and 1000. Let's save this one, and now first of all we will test it's working or not. So for this we will use console.log. Will log these values days, hours in our console, minutes and seconds. Let's see if it's working or not. Let's save it and go to our file or website, and I will open the console, and here you will see it's working. We have 50259. It's working. We just want to connect it to our index.html file. So let's under this console.log for days element I will set the inner HTML into, let's change it into, I think so, days, just days. So let's see if it's the same. Yeah. So for hours element we will set it into inner HTML. It's equal to hours. We'll use the same technique for minutes. Inner HTML is equal to, we want minutes, just minutes, and for seconds element we will want dot inner HTML is equal to seconds. Let's see. We have a spelling mistake. Let's save this one, and now you will see it's working and it's looking amazing and beautiful. So we just want another function for a format, so we'll create a function. We call it a format time. We'll give it an argument of time and use a conditional statement such as if the time is less than, if time is less than, I think 10, we want a, we'll use template literals 0 and then $sign, and in this brackets we will write time, otherwise it will be a time. Let's save this one. Basically this function will format the time. If we get a 0, if we get a value less than 10, it will add a 0 to this value, otherwise it will return the time. So let's go here, wrap it in this function. So format time and give it seconds as an argument. We will use this same thing such as this function, give it an argument of minutes, and for hours, so I think it's done. We don't want for days. Let's see. So now you will see we have 0 for hours. Previously we have just a 0, so that's why it's very important for formatting. So our project has completed. So if you have learned something, so please subscribe to this channel and also like this video. So tell me in the comments what you have learned and what you want in future videos. So have a nice day, because this is the end of the tutorial.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.